Europe is known for its famous attractions, bustling cities, majestic castles, and lively resorts. But beyond the popular routes lie places that only a few people know about. These are secluded valleys, crystal clear lakes, wild forests, and ancient mountains that have preserved their original appearance. Today we will travel to such places, from the green slopes of Ireland to the Cascades of Luxembourg, from the secluded lakes of France to the rocky shores of Norway. Each of these places holds its own mystery, beauty, and atmosphere, which is impossible not to fall in love with. Santorini, Greece is not just an island, it is the epitome of elegance and beauty. The volcanic landscape, which left behind unique shapes, is decorated with white houses with blue roofs, bright and contrasting shades. Local streets are dotted with cozy cafes and stores that give the island a special atmosphere. Sunsets in Santorini are considered some of the most spectacular in the world. When the sky is bathed in orange and pink hues, the cliffs and rocky cliffs create picturesque views of the turquoise waters of the Aegean Sea. Walks along the island Napos, Greece shores, and into small villages provide a sense of tranquility and solitude. The Lofoten Islands, Norway, is nature in its original form. Rocky mountains, steep cliffs, and fjords create incredible panoramas that are hard to forget. The islands are known for their clear waters where you can see both fish and the bottom covered with green algae. Along the coast are traditional fishermen Apos huts, which add a cozy touch to the rugged natural landscape. The summer months are exceptionally beautiful, and winter, with its northern lights, makes the islands especially attractive to lovers of nature. Apos is magic. Lofoten is a paradise for lovers of outdoor activities such as hiking, fishing, and kayaking. The Swiss Alps are not only a place for mountain sports, but also a true work of art created by nature. Snowy peaks, glaciers, and green meadows alternate each other, creating contrast and uniqueness of each corner. The Tatras are the magic of high mountains hidden in the heart of Europe. Rocky peaks, dense forests, and numerous lakes make this place ideal for travelers who love nature in its unexplored form. The most famous lake in the Tatras is the Sea Lake, which resembles a gem with its watercolor. Many trails and alpine routes offer travelers unique views of the surrounding valleys and peaks. In winter, the mountains become a paradise for skiers and snowboarders. In summer, the Tatras are the ideal place for those who seek solitude in the mountains and marvel at nature, pose, exuberance. Plitvice Lakes is a natural wonderland that enchants with its extraordinary beauty. Cascades of waterfalls rolling over stone barriers create unimaginable sights and sounds, filling the air with freshness. The lakes have different shades of blue and green, making the bodies of water seem almost magical. Plitvice National Park is ideal for quiet walks and wildlife watching. The park is home to rare bird species and the ecosystem itself remains harmonious and sustainable. Walking on wooden bridges and ladders among waterfalls turns into an exciting adventure. The Scottish Hills are not only a verdant expanse, but also a place steeped in history and magic. Mystical castles stretch along the hills, reminiscent of age-old battles in Scottish culture. There are frequent fogs in these hills which add to the atmosphere and make the place truly mysterious. Here you can find abandoned villages, ancient cemeteries, and architectural monuments that seem to transport you back in time. Dense forests, deep lakes, and untouched nature create an unforgettable landscape. Scotland is the perfect place for those seeking solitude and harmony with nature. Torres del Paine National Park in Chilean Patagonia is a place that cannot be described in words. Here you can see endless steppes, majestic mountains, glaciers, and emerald lakes. The peaks of the Torres del Paine Mountains seem timeless, standing just above valleys dotted with flowering shrubs. Dense forests and glacial rivers form amazing ecosystems that attract not only tourists, but also scientists. The park is a paradise for hiking, climbing, and fauna lovers, as guanaco, llama, and other species of animals can be found here. Every corner of this park is breathtaking in its pristine beauty. Romantic Route in Germany is a journey through history and scenic nature. This famous tourist route passes through ancient towns with majestic castles and ancient ruins. Walking along its expanses, you can feel the atmosphere of medieval Germany, with its cozy towns covered with flowering gardens. The landscapes of the Romantic Way are a perfect mix of green valleys, verdant forests, and vineyards. Every town and village here is imbued with an atmosphere of antiquity and romance. While traveling along this route, it is easy to feel like a character from an old fairy tale. Caribbean Mountain on the French island of Martinique is a place where the tropical climate and volcanic landscapes create a completely unique natural scenery. The volcano, which rises against a backdrop of green hills, is the symbol of the island. The Caribbean mountain is surrounded by tropical forests and waterfalls hidden deep in the jungle. Local beaches with white sand and azure sea attract those looking for a paradise place to relax. The volcanic land has given the island a unique flora and fauna, while the mountainous landscapes create picturesque views. This place is ideal for those who want to truly immerse themselves in nature. The Bavaria National Park is a place where nature and German culture come together in a marvelous union. Glacial lakes covered with green forests and surrounded by majestic mountains create a harmonious atmosphere. Summer walks in this park offer tourists fantastic views of flowering alpine meadows and mountain peaks. The park is home to rare animal species such as deer, foxes, and even lynxes. The challenging and scenic hiking trails in the park attract travelers looking for outdoor activities. This place is ideal for those who appreciate the beauty of alpine landscapes and biosphere reserves. Ireland Apo's north coast is a wild and unspoiled landscape. Giant Apo's causeway, with its unique hexagonal stone columns, is one of the most recognizable natural landmarks. The magnificent cliffs, verdant hills, and expanses create scenic vistas that beckon travelers. Walking along this coastline allows you to enjoy not only nature, but also historical monuments such as castles and ancient ruins. This region is also known for its dramatic winds and often foggy but magical climate in its own way. The North Coast is the perfect destination for those seeking solitude and the enjoyment of natural beauty. Grenada in southeastern France is a place where a tropical climate combines with alpine landscapes and exotic vegetation. Volcanic hills, dense forests, as well as waterfalls and mountain rivers create this paradise. Laurel forests and fragrant lavenders here make the air incredibly fresh and clean. The region is known for its organic farms that grow spices such as vanilla and coriander. The volcanic landscapes offer spectacular views of valleys and ancient towns surrounded by verdant hills. There is a special atmosphere here where antiquity and nature coexist harmoniously. The Belgian forests are a place where nature's experienced in its pristine beauty. Vast green expanses, dense forests, and valleys create a harmonious atmosphere of solitude. The forests here are characterized by rich flora and fauna, including rare plants and mushrooms that can only be found in these places. Walking through these forests fills you with a sense of calm and peace, especially during the fall season when the trees are covered with golden and red leaves. The many lakes and rivers add even more magic to the forests. Old castles and villages can be found in these forests, creating a unique atmosphere of traveling along ancient routes. Lake Bled is one of the most picturesque places in Europe, with its crystal clear water and an island on which stands an ancient castle. The mountains surrounding the lake create a fantastic landscape, especially at sunrise and sunset. Boat rides to the island and visiting it give you the opportunity to experience the atmosphere of this magical place. There are walking paths along the shores of the lake, offering panoramic views of the lake and its surroundings. Near the lake, you can find cozy cafes and restaurants offering local delicacies. This place is ideal for those looking for peace and enjoyment of natural beauty surrounded by historical monuments. The Pyrenees Mountains are the picturesque range that separates France and Spain. It combines alpine meadows, rocky peaks, and deep valleys. The Pyrenees Mountains are home to beautiful lakes and waterfalls that add even more grandeur to these places. In winter, the mountains become a popular destination for ski resorts, and in summer, a paradise for hikers and mountaineers. Scandinavian deer and ibex inhabit these mountainous areas, adding exoticism to the local fauna. The Pyrenees are also known for their medieval villages. Norway Upus fjords are one of the most majestic natural sights on the planet. Deep bays surrounded by sheer cliffs and verdant hills create stunning views that are impossible to forget. In the summer, the fjords are filled with picturesque villages that add a human presence to this wild but amazing landscape. The many rivers and waterfalls add to the dynamics, and the vibrant shades of green and blue make the scenery even more attractive. Walking along the fjords by boat or kayak gives you the opportunity to enjoy nature and feel its power. In winter, the fjords are covered in fog, creating an atmosphere of mystery and magic. Lago di Garda National Park is one of the most beautiful lakes in Italy, surrounded by mountain landscapes and vineyards. The lake is known for its calm waters that reflect the majestic mountains. Its shores are lined with picturesque towns and villages where you can enjoy delicious Italian cuisine and local wines. Walking along the waterfront, boating, and swimming in the lake are the main activities that attract tourists. Around the lake, one can find ancient castles and fortresses that give the place historical significance. The park is also known for its numerous nature trails for hiking and biking. The Channel Nature Park is a region of majestic cliffs and seascapes on the coast. High cliffs jutting directly into the sea create a dramatic and beautiful landscape that attracts nature lovers and photographers. Rare bird species such as albatrosses and cormorants are often seen near the coast. The seascapes with coastal cliffs become especially spectacular during storms or sunsets. The English Channel is the perfect place to walk along the cliffs, watch the sea waves, and explore the ancient lighthouses. This natural park combines a wild, unspoiled landscape with a rich history and culture. The Etna volcano in Sicily is one of the most active volcanoes in the world, which constantly attracts the attention of tourists. Its mighty eruptions and craters create a mesmerizing spectacle. The volcano is surrounded by fertile lands where vineyards, olive, and citrus trees grow. Mount Etna is not only an active volcano, but also a natural park where you can walk through lava fields, explore. Skellig-Michael Caves are located on the island of the same name, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The site is known for its ancient monastic buildings perched on top of the cliffs and the rugged paths leading to them. The island has been at the center of historical events, and scenes from the Star Wars saga were filmed here. The caves where the monks once lived hide secrets and mysteries, and the views from the cliffs are breathtaking. Numerous species of birds can be seen here, including dead birds, and the atmosphere of this unique area is filled with mysticism. Skellig-Michael is where nature, history, and culture intertwine in one powerful experience. The Côte d'Azur is not only famous beaches, but also elegant resorts such as Nice, Cannes, and Monaco. The crystal-clear water of the Mediterranean Sea contrasts beautifully with the bright green hills and cliffs. The rocky cliffs covered in greenery create unique views, especially at sunset when the light turns them into golden and pink hues. The coastline is lined with old castles and luxurious villas surrounded by palm trees and flowering gardens. There are romantic hiking trails along the coast, offering breathtaking views of the vast sea. The Côte d'Azur beckons not only vacationers, but also art and history lovers, thanks to its museums and cultural attractions. Madeira is not just an island, but a true paradise for nature lovers. Its green hills covered with flowering gardens and vineyards create an atmosphere of seclusion and peace. Madeira is home to an abundance of exotic plants such as bananas, ficus, and rare orchids. Walking along ancient paths in rocky areas allows travelers to experience an incredible closeness with nature. Local natural pools formed in lava rocks provide a unique opportunity to bathe in crystal clear water. The glacial valley of Haute Crique in the French Alps is one of Europe's most spectacular natural places. The valley is surrounded by snow-white peaks that are reflected in crystal-clear lakes, creating a mirror effect. During spring and summer, the valley is filled with green meadows and blooming alpine flowers. A fast-flowing mountain river runs along the valley, and the air is filled with freshness and purity characteristic of the high mountains. The nature here remains untouched, and everything looks like a fairy tale, especially when majestic waterfalls stand along the cliffs. The Haute Crique Valley is a place for true explorers who love stunning views and solitude in the mountains. Madeira and Naples Dora's colored lagoons are amazing natural bodies of water whose waters change color depending on the time of day and sunlight. These lagoons are located in a volcanic region and are often surrounded by lava formations that create unique landscapes. The verdant hills and rainforests surrounding the lagoons add to the mysterious beauty of the place. The water in the lagoons can be bright blue, green, or even purple, depending on the microscopic algae that grows in the region. This place attracts both nature lovers and photographers looking to capture rare, natural phenomena. Not only can you enjoy the views here, but you can also spend time diving or swimming. The Jungfrau Park is a scenic spot in the Swiss Alps that offers not only spectacular views, but also unique natural conditions. The Jungfrau and Monk Mountains are among the highest points in Europe, and from their summits, you can enjoy truly stunning views of glaciers and valleys. Alpine flowers grow in the valleys of this park, and the clean air and magnificent lakes provide peace and tranquility. During the winter, the park becomes a center for winter sports such as skiing and snowboarding, and in the summer, a place for hiking and mountain trekking. In this region, you can also visit unique ice caves and walk on glaciers for an unforgettable experience. The Jungfrau Park is the ideal destination for those looking for unique mountain scenery and outdoor activities. Zermatt is a mountain resort that attracts travelers from all over the world with its breathtaking views of the Matterhorn. This famous pyramid-like peak towers over the resort and is one of the most recognizable mountain peaks. Zermatt is a destination for mountaineering enthusiasts, ski resorts, and hikers on mountain trails. In the fall and summer, Zermatt becomes a hiker-imposed source of paradise, offering beautiful trails that lead to lakes and alpine meadows. In winter, Zermatt becomes a center of ski tourism, where you can ski on the best slopes in Europe. The resort is also known for its traditional Swiss alpine houses and cozy restaurants with mountain views. The Roman road is not just a historical monument, but an entire route through the green expanse of Italy that reveals the rich history and culture of this country. This road passed through mountainous and flat areas, connecting ancient cities and towns. Along the road, there are ancient villages with picturesque houses and historical monuments. Ruins of ancient Roman bridges, amphitheaters, and columns can also be found here. Today, travelers can explore this route while enjoying nature, visiting archaeological sites, and learning about the local culture. The Roman road is not only a historic route, but also a place where nature and history merge into one integral part of the journey. The Costa Brava is a coastline in northern Spain that attracts tourists with its rocky beaches and secluded coves. The white sandy beaches with crystal clear water are ideal for swimming and relaxing in the sun. Pine forests grow along the coast, creating a contrast with the bright blue sea. The Costa Brava is known for its nature parks, such as the Cap de Creus Nature Reserve Park, where you can enjoy walks along wild coastal paths. Small fishing villages and cozy beach towns offer local, seafood-rich cuisine in a relaxed atmosphere. This destination is ideal for those looking for a combination of nature and culture in one trip. The landscape villages of Amalfi are located on the slopes of the mountains with stunning views of the Tyrrhenian Sea. These villages are famous for their narrow stone-paved streets and brightly colored houses that blend into the landscape. Many terraced vineyards, olive groves, and citrus orchards add to the greenery of this picturesque region. Cultural and historical monuments, such as the cathedral in Amalfi, add to the area and oppose Sun's appeal. The villages offer panoramic views of the sea, especially beautiful at sunset. The region is also known for its beaches, which are ideal for relaxing and swimming in crystal clear waters. Blue Lake, Montenegro is a lake with crystal clear water surrounded by beautiful mountains. This lake is located in a deep mountain valley and its waters have an amazing turquoise color, which gives the place a special magic. Dense greenery grows around the lake and rare species of flora and fauna can be seen on the shores. The water surface of the lake is so clear that the majestic mountains are reflected in it, creating a picturesque landscape. This place is popular among tourists who love hiking and solitude with nature. The lake is also home to some rare species of fish that attract fishermen and nature lovers. Blue Lake is a place where silence and nature merge in harmony, creating an atmosphere of complete peace. Rila Mountains, Bulgaria, majestic mountains with beautiful lakes and caves. One of the most picturesque natural areas in Bulgaria, with impressive landscapes and unique flora and fauna. At an altitude of over 2,000 meters are the famous Rila Lakes, which look like natural mirrors reflecting the mountain peaks. In the mountains you can find Swiss Lakes, Switzerland. The Western Alps. The Gold Coast. The west coast of Greece, The red rocks of Scandinavia. A California nature park. Terra Nova. Palma de Mallorca. Istria. The Boyne Plateau. Lake Almeria The Carpathian Mountains. The Canary Islands. Estonian. The natural park of the sea. The Cevennes Mountains. The Luzhansky Lakes are quiet mountain reservoirs surrounded by dense forests and green meadows. The lakes are known for their extraordinary water transparency, which makes them ideal for those who like to swim in secluded corners of nature. The lakes form a picturesque chain connected by small rivers and streams and surrounded by forests that provide ideal conditions for hiking and wildlife watching. The Luzhan Lakes are home to various species of fish, as well as rare birds such as fishing eagles, which are becoming a symbol of the region. In the forests around the lakes, you can find ancient trees, some of which have been standing for centuries as living monuments of nature. The Luzhansky Lakes are a place for those who seek peace and quiet, surrounded by unspoiled nature. Located in the heart of the Alps, the Gran Paradiso Park is famous for its picturesque alpine meadows and incredible mountain vistas. Here you can find rare plant species such as alpine edelweiss, as well as observe wildlife, including snow sheep and mountain goats. The park was Italy and Apos, Dust's first national park, and still retains its natural identity, attracting tourists with its unspoiled landscapes. Walking in the park allows you to enjoy not only the alpine views, but also the silence created by the high mountains, which absorb all sounds. The region is also home to numerous alpine lakes that reflect the snow-capped peaks of the mountains in their waters. The Gran Paradiso Park is not only a place for hiking, but also an excellent base for climbers and outdoor enthusiasts. The Lago di Careggi Valley is one of the most picturesque places in Italy, with several mountain lakes surrounded by green meadows and pine forests. The local lakes are known for their crystal clear water and quiet atmosphere, making them ideal for fishing and swimming. Many hiking trails can be found in the valley, passing through picturesque forests and leading to peaks that offer panoramic views of the surrounding mountains. Meadows covered with blooming grasses and flowers create a special atmosphere of peace and tranquility. There are also small alpine villages in the area, where traditional architecture and culture blend perfectly with nature. The Lago di Careggi Valley is a place for those seeking solitude in the heart of the Alps. The cavions are small Norwegian valleys surrounded by verdant forests and steep cliffs, creating dramatic and majestic landscapes. These valleys are ideal for those who want to explore the nature of Norway, as they are full of both alpine lakes and the rushing rivers that feed the valleys. The local forests, covered in moss and lichens, create a fairy tale atmosphere where it imposes easy to feel part of the wilderness. In the cavions, you can find old villages that preserve traditional Norwegian architecture and rural life. The mountains surrounding these valleys offer excellent routes for hiking, cycling, and mountaineering. Cavions is a place where green expanses and mountain peaks harmonize to create a unique setting for outdoor activities. The Lesser Carpathians are a mountain range in Slovakia, known for its verdant hills covered with dense forests. These hills provide ideal conditions for hiking and biking trails, where travelers can enjoy views of valleys and rivers. The forests of the Little Carpathians are full of life, with numerous species of birds and wildlife, such as deer and moose. In some places, you can find ancient castles and fortresses, which add historical context to the natural beauty. The Lesser Carpathians are also known for their vineyards, which produce famous Slovak wine that can be tasted in local wineries. This place is a true paradise for lovers of nature, history, and gastronomy. The Cruz de Faro Natural Park is a picturesque place in Portugal where mountains and fields are covered with olive groves, creating ideal conditions for meditation and peaceful walks. This park attracts tourists with its manicured landscapes, where olive trees form verdant expanses among the mountain slopes. The landscape of the park is varied, from hilly uplands to valleys through which clear streams flow. Lake Keswick is one of the most picturesque places in Lake District National Park, surrounded by high hills and green valleys. The water in Keswick Lake is particularly clear, and you can often see clouds and green hills reflected in its surface. This place attracts both tourists and locals who use the lake for boating and fishing. The lake is also the starting point for many hiking trails that lead to peaks that offer stunning views of the surrounding mountains. The Lake District is not only a natural beauty, but also a cultural heritage with numerous villages and historical sites. Keswick Lake is a quiet and secluded place. The Laurentian Mountains in the south of France are a place where nature retains its ancient power and beauty. These mountains are covered with dense forests where centuries-old oaks, pines, and beeches grow. Hidden between the peaks are numerous mountain lakes that reflect the sky and trees in their waters, creating an almost magical atmosphere. The Laurentian Mountains are also famous for their natural thermal springs, to which tourists seek relaxation and recovery. Rare species of birds and mammals, including foxes, owls, and wild cats, can be found here. This place is ideal for secluded vacations, hiking, and enjoying the sounds of wildlife. In these corners of Europe, there are hardly any crowds of tourists, noisy attractions, and hotels at every turn. The time here is different, quiet, unhurried, full of natural strength and depth. These places are not just pleasing to the eye, they make you feel truly alive. If your soul is looking for peace, inspiration, or just a new way of looking at the world, this is the place to look for it. If this atmosphere is close to you and you want to discover more amazing and little-known places around the world, subscribe to the channel. Here you will be able to experience travels that travel brochures one of us to tell you about.